I want to tell you of 5 keys that open the door of sexual immorality in your life. Or rather, 5 doors through which sexual immorality storms into your life. The first key is the love of money. If you are a woman and you love money so much, you may find yourself getting to be loose for any man who has money. If you are a man and you have a lot of money, the first thing that comes in your mind if you are ungodly is how you can use your money to buy sex, or rather to sleep with any woman that you want. Even the Bible says that the love of money is the root of all evil. Money is not the root of all evil, but the love of it is. The second key that opens the door of sexual immorality definitely in your life is the door called masturbation. You may think that because you're masturbating, you are not sexually immoral. But you have already opened a very big door of sexual immorality. Research shows that those people who practice the most grievous sexual perversions began with masturbation. If you are a masturbator, it will be hard for you to avoid a woman or a man who wants you for sex. Even if you might have made a decision today that you just want to masturbate and not engage in any sexual activity, it will just be a temporary decision. Then later you will find yourself back into the sexual behaviors that you have been avoiding. Masturbation comes along with pornography, watching nudes, pornographic literature, and all such kind of fake pictures and videos. When those things get into your brain always contemplates how to actualize what you have already seen. So masturbation will never be enough. A time will come and you feel you just want to engage in sex with just anyone who comes along you, who comes your way. The third key that opens the door of sexual immorality in your life is wrong sexual orientation or poor sexual orientation. When did you hear about sex the first time? Who told you about sex the first time? The people who do sexual orientation to you determine your sexual behavior ever in your life a great deal, unless something is done seriously for you to change your orientation. This goes to the parents. Let them not hear it first from their peers, from their teachers, or from even their pastors. Be the first one to tell them about sex. And this is the secret. Don't tell them that sex is bad. Tell them that sex is good and it was created by God. Then tell them it should happen in the confines of marriage. Then you're going to be teaching them step by step and letting them know everything they should know according to their age. This is what you should tell your child at age 7. Tell them that a child is born between a man and a woman. At age 7, they should know that sex should happen for procreation alone. The fourth key that opens the door of sexual immorality in your life is your family foundations or evil sexual foundations of your family. If your parents were practicing any form of sexual perversion and they lived in sexual immorality all through their lives, there is a very high likelihood that you might also get into the same line. But if you become godly and prayerful, you may get away from that trap. But I want to tell you this, it is not easy. You must be very serious with God and very serious with spiritual matters, because spirits that claim sexual immorality in your family are very strong. They need a very strong intervention by a person who knows what they mean by their faith. The fifth key that opens the door of sexual immorality in your life is alcoholism and debauchery. If you begin engaging in alcoholism, even if you're saying, I'm not drinking to be drunk, it starts there. Who drinks? Those people who are drinking will introduce you into sexual immorality, whether you like it or not. And remember, when you are drunk, your self-control is very poor. And you want to do things to prove to your friends that you are together. So at the end of it all, you practice sexual immorality with them, whether you liked it or you didn't. If you like debauchery, that is getting to parties, attending parties, bashes, without even considering who has invited you into that party, in that bash, in whatever occasion where you are dancing any sorts of songs, you are dressing in fashions that are provocative, they are contortive and provocative. you will become sexually immoral, whether you liked it or not. So parents, you should control your children. Where they are going for parties and bashes, it is your mandate to know who are you going to party with, who are you bashing with. You should ask those questions. If your child is not able to answer those questions pretty well, tell them there is nowhere you are going. Let them be angry with you. Let them hate you for that. But don't allow your child to go for party, for bashes where you have no control. Where you have no control of what is happening in that bash or in that party. Are we together? You can team up with other parents who you can trust and form bashes for your children. Let them bash together, let them party together in your absence. But you must have control. That is for any child who is below 18 years. If your child is not yet up to 18, don't release them to go to a party or a bash where you have no control of the activities that will happen in that bash or anything that will be drunk or eaten in that bash. A good number of children are introduced into homosexuality, lesbianism, any form of sexual perversion in bashes and parties. And their parents will never know.